Today on Rock the Park,
Watch your head. I'm gonna bear crawl this.
we're soaking in the natural state.
Seeing the birds above my head, insects buzzing around.
Oh, gosh.
Feeling the heat,
And now we sweat.
exploring the cool,
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
I've never seen anything like that.
and going to the extreme.
Oh man, there's tons of thorns. Ah, jeez.
Oh, I hate thorns.
This is Arkansas, and it all starts right now.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm Jack Stewart.
This is the real deal.
And I'm Colton Smith.
These are mountains.
We've been buddies for years, always in search of the next adventure.
Dude, what was that?
We share a passion for our national parks and other wild places around the world.
Oh my God.
Heading off the beaten path, pushing our limits, and experiencing nature's best-kept secrets.
Here we go.
It's how we rock the park. We're in Arkansas, or as it's also known, the natural state. With so many parks, wilderness, and surrounding mountains, forests, limestone caves, and hot springs, it's easy to see how it got that nickname.
On our trip here, we're gonna be hopping around and getting a taste of all the different adventure that Arkansas has to offer.
We'll be heading to Buffalo National River in the north and Ouachita National Forest in the west, but we're starting in Hot Springs National Park. Technically, the springs flow from Hot Springs Mountain, but over the years, the so-called healing waters attracted so much interest, an entire town grew up around them.
There are a lot of elements that make up the unique history of Hot Springs National Park. In fact, the land that makes up this park was actually the first federally protected land in our nation's history.
There are 47 hot springs that come down from Hot Springs Mountain, and they go right to these 8 bathhouses. That's gonna be our first stop.
These thermal waters have been flowing for thousands of years. Native Americans consider the hot springs a sacred place of peace and therapeutic value. Today, we're checking out the Quapaw Baths. Built in 1921, it's named for the native tribe that protected these lands until well after the Louisiana Purchase. The baths are indoors, but they're all fed by the natural hot springs. And here's a fun fact. In the early 1900s, Hot Springs was the birthplace of baseball spring training, so the spa saw all sorts of visitors.
It's quite an eclectic group. You had guys like Babe Ruth, famous baseball players, and also guys like Al Capone, mob bosses would come to Hot Springs, kick back and relax.
There's also a natural cave here at the spa where you can see the work of these 143-degree hot springs firsthand.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Usually I'm used to caves being cold. This one's hot.
Not this one. And now, we sweat.
What makes this really, really cool is the fact that the water from these hot springs is seeping down into this room, and that's what's making it so hot in here.
You can see the water. It's also flowing on the ground next to us.
The idea is that you just sweat out all the toxins that are in your body and really attempt to purify yourself.
Today was obviously our relaxing day.
But tomorrow, we're gonna get out of the city and find some of that adventure that we know is out there.
And that includes a flash mob of bugs doing the boogie woogie.
My gosh, there's hundreds of them.
It's early morning in Arkansas, and we're on the road in the northern part of the state, scanning for wildlife in the Buffalo National River area.
This is an incredibly beautiful scenic river. It's one of the gems of Arkansas, and one of the really cool things is this, in fact, was the first national river designation.
The Buffalo National River is incredible. It's got over 800 animals that make up this 94,000-acre area of land. Now, there's one specific animal that we are on the lookout for this morning, and that is the elk.
I did not think we would be looking for elk in Arkansas, if I'm gonna be honest.
The eastern elk were eradicated back in the day, but they reintroduced Rocky Mountain elk into the area in 1980. I think we found them. Since their reintroduction in the 1980s, these elk have really begun to flourish. There's a ton of them out here.
Yeah, right now there's over 600 elk in this specific herd. They're not all in front of us right now, but they're certainly out here.
Elk are the second largest members of the deer family, and males stand as tall as 5 feet high at the shoulder and can weigh as much as 900 pounds.
All right, what do you think? Should we get to our hike?
Might as well.
All right, we saw the elk.
All right.
Buffalo National River is known for its whitewater and canoeing. But we're here in late summer when the water levels drop, so we're exploring the Lost Valley. We are setting off on a pretty awesome adventure and eventually ending up at a cave that has a waterfall inside of it.
This trail is not necessarily long, but it has a lot of really unique features that we've started to see down here in Arkansas.
There's a lot of bugs out here. There are copperhead snakes. We're gonna have to keep our eyes peeled for all the different elements that might bite us. Might be right up in our face.
The majority of snake bites in the US come from venomous copperheads, but the bites are rarely fatal. While I'm scanning the trail to avoid stepping on one, Jack spots something we've never seen before.
Oh man, so I've heard of these guys. These are called beach blight aphids, and they're a bunch of little insects that are just covering this ranch right here.
There's hundreds of them. The nickname of these guys? Boogie Woogie aphids.
The reason they're called that is if they're disturbed, they immediately go into this defense where they stick their rear ends up in the air and basically shake them like crazy to try to scare away the predator.
And when you have this many aphids all concentrated on one branch, when they're all dancing at the same time, it's quite an amazing display.
What's crazy about these guys too is the fact that you can usually tell where they're at by looking at the ground. They're trying to extract nutrients out of this tree, and they actually drop what they don't need. And if you look down below here, it almost looks like ash or oil.
Like an oil spill,
Yeah.
exactly. You want to do the honors?
Sure, let's see why they're called the Boogie Woogie. Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Gosh, they just go nuts. Very cool. Well, should we leave them alone?
We should, yeah. They danced for us.
The trail winds along a riverbed that takes us right up to a cliffside.
Oh, wow.
So what we've got here is a natural bridge that has just been carved away by rainwater dissolving that limestone.
Rain has got carbonic acid in it, and when it hits the limestone, it basically chisels away at it. And this is what you're left with, all of these incredibly unique rock formations.
All right, so our route is gonna take us right under this natural bridge. So I'm gonna lose this guy. I think we're about to,
Probably smart.
yeah, get a little dirty here.
And the other thing with limestone, this is probably gonna be very slippery too.
Yeah, we gotta be careful.
Watch your footing.
Okay. So this is pretty cool. We have a spring that is carving its way through this rock into the natural bridge. Another 50 yards of scrambling up the creek bed and we hit Cobb Cave. This might be our cave.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks massive.
Yeah, it does. So we are now underneath the bluff inside of Cobb Cave, which was named for all of the corn cobs that they found here that date back, I mean, a couple thousand years in some cases. This is a big, big cave. I mean, we're talking 50 feet tall, 260 feet wide, and 150 feet deep.
Native American tribes have been in this area for centuries, and then when the white European settlers came through and forced the Native American tribes off of their land, these are the places they would go to hide out. And so still today, there's an incredible spiritual connection that tribes feel with caves just like this.
Now, just around the corner from here is our next cave, and something tells me it is nowhere near this big.
No.
Whoa! It's quite the opposite, in fact.
Oh, watch your head. Oh, caves. The love-hate relationship we share.
We're making our way through the Buffalo National River Wilderness in Arkansas, seeking something we've never seen before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is our cave.
Yep. All right.
All right, let's get geared up.
Beautiful.
This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna have to do some crawling, and at the very end of it, we're gonna hit a room that has a waterfall in it, which is pretty wild.
All right.
All right, into the dark.
The abyss.
This is Eden Falls Cave, which sits just above Eden Falls. It's only about 100 yards in, but it starts getting dark and tight fast.
Oh, watch your head. I'm gonna bear crawl this. Yeah, you gotta. Oh, caves. The love-hate relationship we share.
When you work your way through a cave, you actually end up working out muscles that really don't ever get worked out because we don't crawl very often. So when you're in a space that's this small, you really have to get low and find the best possible way to maneuver through. And oftentimes, that's in ways that we just don't usually travel. Like on your knees.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Woo! Oh, cool.
Oh, that's enormous. Wow.
It's amazing. It's just coming through this tiny little space in the rock. I've never seen anything like that.
No, I haven't either. It's one of my favorite things about exploring caves, is we could have been walking on top of this without even knowing, A, the beauty, and B, just the forces at play right underneath our feet.
We saw the creek, we saw how it disappeared underground. This is another example of how that happens. The water comes down, works its way through a cave, and then emerges back out.
Yeah.
And goes down the creek bed. Arkansas is filled with natural beauty, both underground and above. Tomorrow, we'll be checking out another first for this state, the Ouachita National Forest. All right, today is the day that I've been waiting for. It's bright and early, and we're about to hit an awesome single-track mountain biking trail.
Yes, it's gonna be a blast. Now, fun fact, this is the South's oldest national forest. It was established by Theodore Roosevelt in 1907. This thing's been around a while.
We've got about 10 miles to cover today, and the first part should be the toughest. 2 miles uphill, gaining about 500 feet in elevation. So we're all geared up and ready to go, and it's feeling pretty nice out right now. The humidity isn't too intense, and the temperature is pretty perfect.
Come on, let's go. Here she is.
Alrighty.
Oh man, jeez. Are you kidding me?
Wow, right off the bat.
Yep. Oh, and we're wet. Woo! It begins.
Wow, this is what we wanted.
Yep, just gotta remember that. All right, let's try this again.
From here, it's all uphill.
So we're working our way up, and already I can feel it. The elevation gain, the incline, it's pretty steep, but it's also mixed with all this loose rock, gravel, and sticks and twigs here and there. It's making it, you know, a bit of a challenge.
This is a designated epic mountain bike trail. And I don't mean that just because it's super cool.
Epic is a designation made by the International Mountain Bike Association for trails and rides that are technically and physically challenging.
These woods are thick. You're basically surrounded by trees and brush. And you've got the thorns I saw. Ooh. Then you've got this one tiny little trail that's knifing its way through it.
We're getting roughed up.
Oh, this is thick. Oh, it's thick, and oh man, there's tons of thorns.
Ow!
Careful.
Jeez. Thorn City.
And that's not our only issue. Oh, got some obstacles here.
Oh,
Yikes.
big obstacle.
Yeah. Lift our bikes over this thing.
When I picked this trail, I was expecting fast and fun. So far, not the case.
It's hard to really know where the top is, you know? Go down and then back up, and down and back up. Ooh, big rock. Log. Oh, jeez. Thorn. I hate thorns.
It keeps dawning on me that right now we are mountain biking through bear country. Arkansas used to be called the Bear State, but because of overhunting, they had all but disappeared in the state by the early 1900s. Today, they're back.
There's a lot of these guys out here. Same black bears that we know, but definitely some differences. A lot smaller.
A northern black bear can weigh over 600 pounds. Here, males weigh half that, and females are smaller yet.
All right, well, let's definitely keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah, I got that right. There's rattlesnakes too.
Oh, man.
We've gone nearly 5 miles and should be reaching a high point soon with a view of Lake Ouachita.
The Ouachita National Forest is truly a gem down here in Arkansas because it is just such a pretty looking forest, and the history that it has. Getting out into the wide open space, smelling the scents of the trees and the plants, hearing the birds above my head, insects buzzing around. That's the source of healing for me, and I love it.
And serene and focused as it may be for me,
Oh gosh!
it's something altogether different for Colton.
All right, I'm good. I'm good. That was a close one though.
We're making our way across a truly epic mountain bike trail in Arkansas's Ouachita National Forest.
Oh, wow.
Man, this is such an amazing view and so unexpected.
I know, we've been basically enclosed by the forest the entire time, but this massive lake was right on the other side the entire trail.
What's crazy to me is that this is the biggest lake in Arkansas and it's man-made.
Lake Ouachita was created in the 50s when a dam was built to produce hydroelectric power and help with flood control from the nearby Ouachita River. There are remnants of several old towns and railroads now beneath the water.
That's amazing. One thing that makes Lake Ouachita really unique is the fact that they don't allow homes on the shoreline. And what that's done is it's made the water very clean and clear and allowed a unique ecosystem to thrive in it.
Yeah, there's actually freshwater jellyfish in this lake. I didn't even know freshwater jellyfish existed.
I didn't either. This is such an amazing view. You've got the massive lake, the islands, and then in the back, these rolling hills that are just gorgeous. And I'm thankful to say that this is our high point. I think from this point on, we're gonna be just going straight down, get that adrenaline rush, and
Let's have some fun. Oh yeah. As you can tell now, we're flying.
yeah, we are.
You just gotta focus on a rope like this. Yeah. Oh.
All right.
I'm good. I'm good. That was a close one though. Just another scratch to add to the catalog. Ah. Oh, I see road.
Oh yeah, this is it.
Woo! Oh man.
That was nuts.
That was a rough, rocky, and I gotta say, epic trail.
It was pretty rad. What I love about mountain biking is its ability to just lock you into the moment. I mean, you have no other option but to look straight ahead, hold on tight, and really navigate the trail.
Yeah, it's what's right in front of your face. Every time I looked away to look at the beautiful scenery, like I was gonna go head over heels.
You picked a good one. I mean, that was some of the best
Right?
mountain biking we've ever done.
Yeah, I've got thorns. I feel like my arms are about to break off from just grabbing the brakes on the downhill. Man, I'll tell you one thing. I may have to revisit the hot springs after that.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, Arkansas, man. I was not expecting everything that we got to do here.
Arkansas is bigger than life. I mean, the experiences that we had, from the hot springs to mountain biking to caving, pretty remarkable.
I learned so much about this state because we actually sought out the different things that make it unique, and that was really awesome.
What stuck out to me was just the sheer beauty of this place.
I mean, look at that view. That is stunning.
It's beautiful.
Arkansas shattered our expectations and showed us once again that your adventure is what you choose to make it. And remember,
Hey, if we can do it,
So can you.
So the next chance you get, Go out and rock the park.
Heard of these guys?
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave any questions or comments that you have.
And please subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come.